at the same time, after all the damage he was doing, she couldn't just keep letting that nigga do that shit and lay down. She had to fight back. He didn't want to hear her out.
Okay, while Rock forms her own new alliances, okay, that's a plural,
Right?
alliances. But
Mm-hmm.
then you got Marvin hunting for Unique.
What's up, Talia? Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if
Hunting to kill him?
that's, I was just about to get into that.
Oh,
So I don't know if he's looking at him, hunting him down to try to murk him, or could he be hunting him down potentially for a potential ally?
no. No. He if you Unique might have went out would have a good reason to have gone after Lou.
Yeah, very
Uh
likely.
Unique folks had just tried to kill Marvin in the last episode while
Definitely
he
did.
running around town burning up stuff and gunning down Marvin.
But think about this. This is not the first time that they have been into it and they put their differences aside. They did that in season two. Like they said, it's about business. And and also if they can all come together and figure out that they all been manipulated, I think they can put their differences aside and be like, let's work together. Because who is the person that's causing all the commotion at this point? Who are the ones that's doing it? Snaps and pop. But hey, who knows? It might not happen that way. Marvin could actually hunt him down and murk his ass. That could happen. Dope Kanan gets his style of attire from hanging with Breeze, his Uncle Marvin and Lou. Yeah, and that's another thing that makes me, like I keep saying, that's why I think Kanan didn't intentionally, but at the same time he could end up dressing like them to honor them due to, him feeling really bad about him making a mistake doing something to his uncles, and they had him, his mother had nothing to do with what he thought. Plus, they got taken out because they were just trying to protect their sister. So this some crazy shit. Rock going unalive, going hold on, going alive. I guess you meant unalive Stefano, and he gonna tell her Kanan put him up to it. I mean, maybe, but yeah, I do think that possibly, I don't know why, but I do feel like with one of these images that we've been getting from Rock, perhaps this one or the other one, Stefano is the one that's on the ground getting shot. I wonder if you need to find out that Rock got rid of his baby. So that's what I was saying. That could be one of the things that leads to them going back to work together. Even though I see that you saying they won't. But if he finds out they had a baby together, I think he would change his whole thought process. And here's another thing of how this could potentially happen. I probably make an individual video of this.
I don't think Unique would accept an abortion.
I don't think he would either. But you got to think about, look at how he was acting. She thought he was dead. That's the only reason why she did the abortion. I'm pretty sure if he was alive, she wouldn't have done it. Where he was alive, but she didn't know. So he can't get mad at her for aborting him when she thought he was dead.
Well, you could that could go the other way too. Like, that's his seed. That would be another reason to keep the baby.
Yeah, but life as a single mother ain't the greatest. That's how you got to consider that. So she already got one. Then she got to start all the way over without the father.
She won with 32.
Before. And it don't matter what it is, 30 anything. You don't want to start over with a newborn without the father.
But she had money in a house. I mean, she could have been a single mother.
You know how many single mothers
She could have had nannies and whatnot.
that don't mean nothing. It's a lot of single mothers that got money and stuff like that, and they absolutely miserable. That don't mean anything. But yeah, so another way I could see that possibly could get the unique alliance together is Pernessa. Think about this. Pernessa, her motive is going to be the safety of her family first. So if she can find a way to end that war between the Thomas and Unique, she's gonna do it. And remember, when Neek first came back in contact with her and was talking to her, Vanessa was trying to tell Neek then she don't think Rock had anything to do with that because she's seen how Rock came to her and was talking to her. And remember when Neek first came up missing and she thought she was dead, she showed up to Rock's house and they had that talk. Pernessa knew after all of that, like, yeah, Rock ain't had nothing to do with with what happened to him. But Nick wasn't trying to hear it. But maybe then, after he don't had a chance to calm down a little bit, perhaps he'll hear her out. Rock will eliminate Abraham looking for Tremont. So I know where you're getting that from, and like I actually talked about this on the last slide. That the same location, the same location where they were torturing Tremont to get the answer to the plug, who was his plug. They're gonna end up going back into that location because we see it in the trailer, and it looks like she turns around and shoots someone, and you're assuming that it's Abraham. Could be, but what would be her motive to go after Abraham and Tremont? At this point, they don't really have a reason to, unless Tremont shows up and do something. Make sure y'all hitting the like button too. I just thought about this shit.
For him to be in Origins, I think he gonna have to do something in Raising Kanan.
Big ass niggas be hating on these lights.
What you think?
You said you believe he's gonna be what?
For him to be on Origins, I'm thinking he gonna have to do something in Raising Kanan at the end.
More than likely, yes.
He could be the one to what we have to say unalive Marvin or Raquel.
In one of the drive-by scenes, it is a character in the car that looks like Tremont.
Not the one hanging out the window.
Hanging out the window?
Out the window of the car. No, that's a young fella.
Okay, well, shit. I don't know if we talking about the same person or not, but hey, the motherfucker look like him to me.
It was somebody shooting out the window in a car.
Right.
But that didn't look like Tremont.
It did to me, but hey, maybe you're right. I didn't thoroughly look at it. I think Breeze is going to unalive Marvin. So, that is going around.
What?
About Breeze taking out Marvin. And, we get where it comes from because in the trailer, it looks like they're having a shootout at each other.
And he tearing up the tailor shop, and now we see Unique. He hunting Unique.
Yeah, but what they got to do with Breeze?
Well, why would Breeze take out Marvin?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But I will say this, judging by the trailer, you remember there's a line where Breeze says, now that your mom is out the game, everybody else needs to get the fuck out the way. So he could be, kind of referring to the remainder of the family. So let's say maybe something happens to Rock, which more than likely, in my opinion, if something does happen to her, it'll be an arrest, not a murder. And let's say Rock gets arrested and they're like, well, now that she's officially out the game. Because let's say she goes to jail, she's doing life or whatever. And let's just say Marvin's still around. He's still there. They were like, nah, we got to take out Marvin now too. And he gets around to doing it. Who knows?
Stefan said Breeze gonna take out Unique. That could make sense. It's the Marvin hunting Unique, tearing up everything. That's Marvin on a rampage.